create a platform right about in here to get rid of this mass. So I want the platform to be right about in there. I've been using these antler billets quite a bit lately, but I've been using them on dacite, not on Novaculite. So that's going to take a little getting used to. I don't like the way that abrades. Got this big ironwood billet here. I'm going to try and demonstrate that. I'm only going to use it a little bit. I've been using it off and on, and it really works good when the platforms are thin, which this one's probably a little bit too thick. And I'll show you how that works. This thing weighs 2.5 pounds, by the way. Got another nice ridge right there to follow. Just a real light grind for that wood billet. The wood is heavy, almost as heavy as the moose, not quite, but it's definitely softer. This is desert ironwood from out in Arizona. It's from a dead tree. And it went all the way across there. One of the things I like about it, it really seems to keep the flakes traveling when you get a good platform set up. If the platform is ground too much, sometimes even just a little bit of overgrinding, a platform that is pretty suitable for the antler can be overground for the wood. It's just got to grab the edge. And I noticed that the edges need to be quite a bit heavier. You need to have them a little bit thicker. And the edge angle you want a little bit, that's for the antler rather. For the wood you want the edge angle to be a little bit sharper and less grinding. It's still pretty tough. It's definitely undercooked. Okay, we need to get some of this mass off here. This Novaculite is kind of strange stuff. This material in here seems to be cooked better than this pure white over here. But the darker stuff tends to heat treat at a lower temperature. That's what I've noticed. And that color stuff seems to require the highest temperature of all. The grainier stuff. Up to a point, you go too high on it, it just gets all crumbly. Try and get this area right in here off of here. That's a little bit too sharp right there. Yeah, that looks a little better. I like to really isolate the platforms when I'm using this antler here. A couple reasons for that. One is the dimensions of these billets, especially something like this right here. It's so huge, it's not a very tight radius, that if you have an edge like over here for example, it needs to be isolated, it needs to be sticking out, otherwise the billet can actually make contact with two different locations on the edge at the same time. I've had that happen where I actually end up taking two flakes off, the intended flake and something else that might have been sticking out due to bad aim or whatever, so it helps to have it isolated. I'm not going to try that one with this billet. Give this a try. We got part of it. Try again here. I think we can drive one right in there at an angle like that. Get it to go back. Try and drive one in here now. At this stage of the game, I don't mind the rock being a little bit undercooked. It actually gives it more strength. It's less likely to break. And it's in the latter stages where this might require a little bit more heat. And that's kind of the beauty of underheat treating the rock, is you can always go back and heat it up some more. If you overcook it, you end up with junk, and you lose the rock. And rock is getting kind of precious nowadays, especially with the price of gas going up and the cost of driving out to get this stuff. Arkansas is a long way from California. Trying to get this area right in here. Kind of a dull edge there. There we go. You might be able to use that wood billet there and drive one off in here. It's good for the thin edges like that. For the thicker initial stages of the reduction, if you've got a thicker biface or a big chunk, it's just no good for that at all. You've got to use a hammerstone or a harder moose antler. I'll give this a try. With luck, it might go all the way. You also got to keep it up off the pad in order to get that flake to travel. All right. Pretty good. That'll make a good arrowhead down there. Isolate every one of them. A little bit smaller build here for the tip. Just the part that's sticking out is all in the braid in there. That's getting more regular. Let's see here. I think we can remove a little bit of this mass right in here. You got to bring the edge up